All right. Finally watched it. What? I don't think there's much to talk about.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
There's a lot that happened in that episode.
Kinda.
I mean, it was kind of slow for a minute, but then the weird stuff started
The
happening.
big thing is what's his head? The guy in the coma woke up.
He started doing some spooky shit.
Yeah, did spooky shit and then died. That was about it.
No, what about the babies? The babies died. They were dying.
That doesn't relate to this.
No,
That's just the thing that happened. I don't know if you know
no,
this,
there
but
was
that
multiple.
I don't know if you know this, but there's that's kind of a thing
I know.
that happens up there. Not just up there. There was also the whole sterilization efforts of the United States of America against Native peoples. So that's not great. And
I
that's
know.
probably not a holdover.
My
And if I mean, it's probably a holdover from that. If I had to guess, probably has something to do with the mine and the black water and shit.
yeah,
But
that's what I was meaning. Was like they
Eh.
kept like
There, there
bringing it
seems to
up.
be a theme about death, of birth and rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck that. We got into that girl's phone and learned absolutely nothing outside of a spooky video
Yeah,
that loaded up immediately, but also didn't tell us anything. And then
we don't know where she was.
we learned the spiral came from a dream.
Yeah.
So that's stupid. Um,
Yeah, I was like, I don't think so. I don't think it was.
I think that's stupid. That means for 3 episodes, almost for 2 episodes, you had us thinking that there was something else going on. And it's like, oh, I saw it on train. Now, they may go back on that, but it's like, well, then what's the fucking...
Yeah, I don't think.
So you did that just
was
to get us all
from a
hyped
dream.
up about season 1 connections, is what you did. And then you went, nah, fuck it. It was, we saw it in a dream. It probably means fuck all.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. And then White Walkers. He said White Walker. I heard that word White Walker, and Navarro got real scared. And I'm like,
Oh, White Walker. What the fuck is that?
well, I'm guessing they're not talking about the one from fucking Game of Thrones. But since they're out in the ice, and you have to think about native culture,
Oh.
what other things are called walkers that maybe have to do with dead people?
Mm-hmm.
There's a few contenders out there.
That's spooky.
And they talked about her dead mother and said she's like waiting for you.
Yeah, the guy that survived. He woke up, he had like both of his legs amputated, he had his arm amputated, whatever, right? He's sitting up and, well, he's like screaming and stuff and, seizing up and whatnot. And then he starts, like, he sits straight up and he's like, oh, your mother's waiting for you, whatever. He starts being spooky, right? And then he falls back on the bed and he starts, like, seizing up and he dies. And it's really scary. It's so scary.
And that's about it. But we're not really getting any more answers.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where it's like, you got to start giving us something. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
we're right now we're just kind of going in circles. What's his head? Dad is just an asshole because he's an
Yeah.
asshole, and apparently he's been an asshole forever. Apparently he's
He's
a
got an
real
ego trip.
deal piece of shit.
Oh yeah, like
A real deal piece of shit
Well-
because oh yeah, I got called about that murder or about this, and I never said anything because fuck you, that's why.
yeah.
So like, I also don't know why Jodie Foster's going easy on him. That's
Yeah.
kind of pissed. I mean, she did throw coffee in his face after he insinuated she was trying to hook up with his son.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you withhold a shit ton of information, and are never where you're supposed to be, and are doing stuff against the law, and all kinds of other
Yeah.
stuff, and you're my subordinate. Question: why am I putting up with this? Like, why am I think I would at that point. I would say, and then and you slapped your boy and everything because he went and got files that are the police's files to begin with.
Yeah.
That was really weird. So here's another fun, which are only in your house because of the fucking flood. So here's another fun part. I would just been like, here's what you're gonna do. You are going to start doing your job, or I'm going to get rid of you. That's it. That's what's going to happen. One more fuck up like this, I'm going to get rid of you, and you better pray I don't know, put you in jail, because you have broken a lot of laws. Like, just a lot. Withholding information for a murder case is pretty bad. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. Like, we want to go do this. Like, we can do this, but for whatever reason, she doesn't seem to want to use her power, and I can't figure out why.
Yeah.
There's got to be
Well,
something else.
Well, the guy's dad is like on an ego trip thing where he's like, he's withholding on these documents and he
I don't know
won't
if it's
give
an
them
ego
back.
thing or if he's just crazy, because he also seems to not be all the way there. Which is another reason doesn't need a badge and a gun.
Well, he's like keeping all these documents. He won't give them back, and then to the point where he has to steal them from the house, and then he flipping hits his kid. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I was like, I can't remember why he hits the kid, but then I remember. Oh yeah,
Because he went and got those files.
yeah.
And obviously, he knows that he can't just be like, I'm going to go get the files that are... Like, I was like, if you're having to sneak around to get what is... Well, it would be county property if they're the sheriff.
That's a bad thing.
That's let's just... I don't know. Withholding evidence. I don't know. Let's see. Stolen... There's a bunch of different things I would just throw on top of you, and you're going to jail now because you're an asshole. If you choose not to be an asshole, you don't have to go to jail. It's very, very simple. And I just would have threatened him with that, but I don't know. Maybe he knows something. There has to be a reason she is putting up with this bullshit, because he has consistently been just bad. Just bad.
Yeah.
And I can't figure out why. Or why she keeps using his son the way that she does, and he never gets to be home, and apparently never sleeps.
Oh yeah.
Can't
this
figure out how
guy
this is
just
working.
never sleeps. Like he got home immediately, knocked
No,
over.
but she gets to go home, like, and
Yeah,
that's
she does.
that's what's really. That's like, no, hey,
That's illegal.
how come his dad gets to run around and do whatever the fuck he wants, and then you get to go home and go to bed, and then this guy doesn't even get to go see his own fucking kid. Like something. There's
Yeah.
something really weird about this dynamic.
And he's like cool with it too. Like he just
Well,
goes
I don't know
home.
about I don't know about how cool he is with it.
He like gets in bed and then he like accidentally knocks some stuff over on his nightstand, wakes up his wife or girlfriend or whoever, and they're already awake. They accidentally woke up the kid, so he's like
Only
"Alright."
one that has really that doesn't seem to be playing ball with all this is Navarro, but they don't
Yeah.
have any power
Yeah.
technically. Like they're an outsider because they work for the state. So like that being said, I
But she's
don't
the
know
only
where
one-
they rank, but the state could take control, and that's probably what I would do. I would be like, well, let's do this. We want to we want to take control. All right, we want to play. Fuck around, find out. Let's do this. Let's see whose jurisdiction it is.
She's the only one who like actually cares about this case.
She's the only one that seems to make any sense. Like, why the fuck are you putting up with this?
Yeah.
Also, she gets to go home.
Yeah, she does. And to her boyfriend.
That's weird.
Her.
That poor kid. I don't know what the fuck is going on with him.
Yeah.
It's like he has to sleep. He needs to sleep.
At some time.
But I don't know. But in terms of what we learned, nothing other than it's more supernatural. Like, we
Yeah.
think. We also don't know if they're seeing shit. Or, well, we did learn that the people most likely died before they froze. Which, yeah, I figured that.
Yeah.
And the guy said exactly what I said. That's not how you die in the cold. That being said, yeah, they were scared and all kinds of stuff and all that, but they were locked in position, and then they froze. That usually doesn't happen with cardiac arrest unless rigor mortis hit real hard, real fast.
That only takes a few hours to do.
Yeah,
But you'd
because
have
they
to be-
they had expressions and eyes were open, so they would have had to have died immediately, and then their expressions were stopped, and then were frozen.
Yeah.
That takes time. There's something about the way that they died. Like, their bodies didn't go limp.
Yeah.
They were still trying to scratch out their eye. Like, there was something else happened.
Yeah.
Because they were real frozen. I don't know. There's something weird's going on.
We should watch the other episode of season 3. Oh god. I want to know what happened. So bad. Oh my god.
About what?
About the kids. In season 3.
That'd be fun.
What?
Alright, whatever. Well, like I said, there wasn't much talk about this episode.
Not really.
See, and then at the beginning you're like, yes, there is, and then now that we're in 10 minutes in, it's like, yeah, there's nothing to talk about.
Well,
So
not
yeah, it got
anymore.
spooky. There's zombies or something. Like we don't know.
They're not zombies.
What the fuck do you think a White Walker is? It's a zombie.
Okay.
That's what a zombie is.